everybody is corrupt except you. Bernie Sanders just torched RFK Jr. in a Senate hearing, and this exchange spiraled into one of the most jaw-dropping moments we've seen all year.
President Trump, who I don't usually agree with, called COVID vaccines, quote, one of the greatest miracles in the history of modern-day medicine that saved tens of millions of lives worldwide. Scientific community agrees with Trump. Lancet study found that it prevented almost 20 million deaths during their first year of use. Secretary Kennedy, are President Trump and the medical community right, or do you still believe that the COVID vaccine was, quote, the deadliest vaccine ever made?
No, first of all, I didn't say that. I said that in terms of affairs reports a while ago. I've said today, I think that President Trump should get the Nobel Prize.
So who's right? Is Trump in the medical community right, or are you right?
President Trump did an extraordinary piece of leadership.
Is he right or wrong? Did COVID save millions of lives?
As I said, he got Americans back to work. At that time, that particular vaccine, which perfectly matched the virus that was circulating then, and I have no idea how many lives it saved, but it saved quite a few.
You know, what I find a little bit weird in this discussion, I'm hearing it over and over again this morning, Mr. Chairman, is we've got the entire medical community on one side. You got the AMA representing hundreds of thousands of doctors, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Public Health Association. All of these organizations are telling us that COVID vaccine and vaccines in general are safe and effective. You are casting doubt on that. Who are the organizations that are agreeing with you and casting aspersions on vaccines?
The primary advisors are Marty McCary, Jay Bhattacharya, Dr. Oz, Vinay Prasad.
So you got a few doctors who agree with you, and I'm giving you the
Not a few doctors. What you're talking about is there's a big difference, Senator, between established science and the scientific establishment, which has been co-opted by the pharmaceutical industry.
So you're telling the American people that the American Medical Association, representing hundreds of thousands of people, have been co-opted and that they should not trust their doctors.
And
the American Academy of Pediatrics, and by the way, just for the record, every single Republican, I don't mean to be political here, Mr. Chairman, has received PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. Are they all corrupt as well?
And I'm telling you, the American Heart Association has been co-opted by the food
Everybody
industry.
but you, Senator. But you know what? When you ran for president, you know, we have a corrupt campaign finance system. Maybe you'll agree with me on that. Okay, you were running for president, you got $1 billion behind it. You received $300,000 from people, not from the industry, people in it, as I did, from individuals. You corrupt. President Trump got $3 million. Every Republican got corporate PAC money for the pharmaceutical industry. Democrats as well. Everybody is corrupt, but you? Is that what we're looking at? I don't think so. And I think the issue now...
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, I think you do know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The issue is every time anyone disagrees with you...
Are you saying the pharmaceutical industry was supporting my presidential campaign?
No, I'm saying,
I don't think so.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the pharmaceutical industry is a greedy institution which is charging us the highest prices in the world. They are pervasive. But to suggest that every institution, the AMA, the pediatrics people, is corrupt because they disagree with you is an insult to the American people.
Listen, people disagree with me all the time. I have arguments in my agency, heated arguments every day with Jay Bhattacharya, with Marty McCary, with Dr. Oz.
You have given the names of a few people. I have given you the names of organizations representing hundreds of thousands of doctors and scientists. I yield, Mr. President.
Senator Tillis.
This was one of those moments where the mask came off completely. Bernie Sanders didn't yell. He didn't grandstand. He did something far more devastating. He calmly cornered Robert F. Kennedy Jr. with facts, institutions, and basic logic, and let RFK talk himself into a hole he couldn't escape. Sanders laid out what even Donald Trump admitted. COVID vaccines saved millions of lives. The global medical consensus is clear. The data is overwhelming, and yet RFK Jr., sitting before the Senate, tried to have it both ways, praising Trump's leadership while refusing to fully acknowledge the life-saving impact of the vaccines themselves. Then came the moment that changed everything. Bernie asked the question millions of Americans have been screaming for years. If the American Medical Association, pediatricians, public health experts, and global scientists all agree, who exactly is right here? RFK's answer was breathtaking. He didn't say the science was wrong. He said the institutions were co-opted, corrupted, bought. That's when Bernie dropped the hammer. Are hundreds of thousands of doctors corrupt? Are pediatricians lying to parents? Are heart disease experts in on a conspiracy? Is everyone compromised? Except RFK Jr. and a handful of hand-picked allies? And here's why this moment matters. When someone seeking power tells the public they shouldn't trust doctors, scientists, or medical institutions, that's not asking questions. That's undermining the foundation of public health itself. Bernie wasn't just defending vaccines. He was defending the idea that truth doesn't come from vibes, YouTube clips, or lone contrarians. It comes from evidence, consensus, and accountability. Arrogance wrapped in paranoia. This wasn't left versus right. This was reality versus delusion. And for a rare moment in Washington, the truth landed cleanly, publicly, and without spin.